Hello and welcome to the YP Kansas Summit. My name is Rebecca Ryan. I'm the founder of Next Generation Consulting, and I'm thrilled to be here with you on videotape, albeit remotely, for the inaugural summit. I'm really stoked that you guys are coming together, and normally I'd like to talk to you for 30 or 45 minutes, but that could get a little old on tape, so let me just summarize it into a couple of quick things. Number one, did you know that when we put a man on the moon, the average age in the control room was 28 years old? 28 years old. Now, when you think about the people who are trying to innovate how we're going to get out of this economic crap sandwich, I can assure you that their average age is a little bit north of 28 years old. We need young thinking, new solutions, and fresh eyes on the problems that are facing Kansas and your communities. So please, please, please stay engaged because the world needs you. The second point that I want to make is that it's not enough to just talk about young people in Kansas, because that's going to take all of us. It's going to take our established leaders, most of whom are baby boomers, and it's going to take our next leaders, Gen Xers and millennials. Take a look at this picture. Some of you will remember this image, a painful image from the 2008 Beijing Olympics. Those guys in the blue tracksuits, they're our team, right? And they dropped the baton. How did this happen? They didn't do the handoff effectively, and I'm concerned that this is happening in some of our communities. Our community's elders, the baby boomers who are sitting on our boards and leading our companies, our nonprofit organizations, our civic institutions, you might work for one, right? They are looking towards retirement because the current economic crap sandwich they're dealing with makes them ache for golf courses and not having to come into work, right? But boomers have a responsibility to keep hanging on to that baton long enough so that the next generation can grab it. And this is our responsibility here today. How can we be effective next generation leaders? I think it's really all about just a couple of simple things. So, how do you become a part of the solution? Well, in talking with over 40,000 young professionals in the last 12 years, we've realized that in communities and states where young professionals are really able to turn the tide of a political conversation, get a referendum passed, really make important social change that's going to make their cities and regions better places to live and work, they do three things, pretty simple. The first thing they do is they show up. Right? They vote with their feet. They show up to the meetings, they show up to the social networks that are going to help drive change in their community. Woody Allen said 80% of all success is showing up. So what do you care about enough that you want to show up for? The second thing that you need to do is reach out. I mentioned it a moment ago. The future of your city, the future of your region isn't just about young professionals. It's about future generations. It's about baby boomers, children and grandchildren, right? So we've got to reach out and build consensus and stakeholder groups around issues, not just around generations. And the third thing that we need to do is dig in, right? Whether it's 15 minutes a night or an hour-long meeting every other week, you've got to educate yourself. You've got to be willing to do some of the heavy lifting. It's not enough to sign an electronic petition and send it on its way. What is the issue that you care enough about that you would give 15 minutes a day, 15 minutes a week to help make the city, the region better for you and for your next generation? So that's it. Welcome to the inaugural YP Kansas Summit. We're thrilled that you're here. Remember, that baton requires both generations holding on for at least a while for the past to be effective, and then it's up really to you. How are you going to show up? How are you going to reach out? And how are you going to dig in? Good luck.